Hello Kaiju nerds, Katyvern here, and today I am going to review do a double review, starting with the, this particular Godzilla figure from the, blister pack of Godzilla vs. Megauirus, and an actual proper review of Megauirus from the G-Fest haul. So yes, the reason why I'm doing this for Megauirus is because, well, that was a bit of a speed run, and it was a bit of a speed run for me, so let's start with her first, then we move on to the newer one, since I did buy them at separate occasions. Let's start off with Megauirus. Now, as you could tell, she has 3 figures. A recent one in 2022 to the movie Monster series, and a theater exclusive Megauirus, which has a completely paper page of them both. As you can tell, this is the one from 2000. And the details on this figure are immaculate. Very well done. Yes, I will make this about as fast as possible, but at the same time, not tasting too much, not bringing a little bit more effort than I did last time with Megauirus. Very well done sculpt, very nice details along the wings, details along the body, thin legs. Kind of gives me a little worries, but that's just a part of her design. Can't really help that. Interesting, really nice details along the face, nice bumpy right here, nice detailed. Her eyes have that nice dragonfly look. Her claws, pretty good, and that nice little wing detail, pretty good. Sculpt's 10 out of 10. Paint job, as you can tell, she was made with the dark purple vinyl, unlike the movie Monster series, which was made with lighter purple vinyl. And the paint job on her is pretty immaculate. I will say this again, older Bandai did way better with her, and it shows. Very much accurate to the puppet used. Very movie accurate, detailing along the mouth, the paint detail in the mouth, teeth. A lighter purple under the belly, claws. Very well done. I actually do like this figure, despite it being sold for quite a bit. I was just lucky enough to find one for $75 at G-Fest. It was that expensive, and I did not like the fact that she is expensive. So glad movie Monster series came out with one, so that way a friend of mine can actually get a Megauirus. I'll say this, the paint job is really good, really well detailed. I appreciate the detail designs. 10 out of 10. This is actually way a good figure than I thought. And now let's check out articulation. Now, head articulation. Okay. But there is front claw gets articulation. But you have to move the legs first in order to actually achieve that, but it does get in the way. Certain parts get in the way, so it allows for more limited movement. Articulation along the legs. Unlike the movie Monster series that doesn't have that, the old 2000s Megauirus, the blister pack, does. And, well, it shows, and it is a little squeaky. I do worry about this articulation of the legs, that it will be a little fragile. So I kind of worry about that. And, and also there is slight articulation in the wings, you could say. But I wouldn't want to test it that far. See, it's just a little wiggle. You can't really do much with it. So in total it would be like 8 or 10 if you count the wings. Oh yeah, I forgot. Tail does articulate too. I forgot the fact that the tail also articulates. So an added 1, so it'd be 9 or 11. if you want to count the wings. So yeah, the tail does move slightly, but I really wouldn't want to risk that. But yeah, the articulation is probably the worst one on the ball, so worst on part of this figure. I'd say it's an A because a lot of things do get in the way, and it does get me a little bit of concern. But overall, the articulation's alright, probably an 8. So overall, it's 28 out of 30. Pretty good figure. I actually do like this a lot. Although I would downsize the points if it wasn't so expensive. But definitely a good kaiju to have a figure of. I'm glad she finally has one in the movie monster series. Though, unfortunately, due to Bandai's laziness, she suffered. Now, the next one, the second monster to this pack, Godzilla, obviously, since, it is said to be Godzilla versus Megauirus blister pack. And disclaimer, I do not have the ancestries. I'm a type of person who doesn't really care for that, so yeah. Let's get to reviewing this guy, shall we? And, well, compare him to another Goji of mine who shares a very similar mold. The 2016 2000s Goji. As you can tell, there is a clear difference between the two. Let's do the review first before comparison. Now, the sculpt work, since it is about the same mold, it should be pretty damn good. A pretty good mold. So, the sculpt gets a 10 out of 10. And, well, although I will admit, this is actually a really nice, thing they got for this special Godzilla. They added a certain type of translucent, I don't know what that is. But it's some kind of translucent material used to make Godzilla look like it's about to glow. Like, for example, Alright, let's not shine it too brightly. Like that. It's translucent. So, there's that. And so you can see the light shining. Actually, a better demonstration would be that. It just glows right through the spines. And it looks like he's about to shoot his atomic breath, doesn't it? And I think that's super fucking cool. Like, that's honestly one of the best things about this figure, is the fact that his spines, at least this section right here, is translucent. And, yeah. 10 out of 10, definitely good sculpt. Paint job. It's a little lackluster. It's like the usual Bandai Godzillas. They don't really have as much paint details, but you do notice there's a little paint detail right on the first spine, all the way to here, but then you notice it kind of just stops. And as you can tell, this guy is also made of a dark greenish gray vinyl, so obviously it's not painted that way. And then here's the claws. It's not painted all the way around, unfortunately, but it's painted around. Oh, it's not even painted all the way around with this one either. The teeth are pretty well detailed, painted, but the mouth isn't. It's just the tongue. But the eyes do make up for it, and they have a nice, more reddish brown. Definitely, probably the worst one, an interesting part. So, I'd say, probably a 6 out of 10. And also, there is, also about the sculpt, there is an indent here that, because I had to put in the tail, that's why it's like that. So that's kind of why I excused it. So, anyways, back to the articulation, which is there is 5 points of articulation around the left arm, the right arm, basically the same as the Meyer Goji I reviewed. And, controversial opinion, Meyer Goji is best girl, changed my mind. I'm gonna make a bunch of Godzilla fans mad by saying that. Even though it's literally sourced from Katyvern, where Meyer Goji is depicted as female. The leg articulation, left leg articulation, right leg articulation. It can't go all the way around. No articulation of the head, unfortunately. Articulation of the tail, however, if you move Godzilla's legs, although it will look like his tail's about to pop off, so I wouldn't really risk doing that. But it's fun. Now, time to compare him to my 2016 2000s Goji. There is quite a bit of differences. This is a 6.5 inch figure, so obviously he's going to be a slight bit bigger, so the 0.5 inch does make a difference after all. And obviously made with a different material. This guy, different color material. This guy is made out of like maybe black with painted green on it. Meanwhile, this guy is clearly shown to be green, like in the actual movie where he's more green than the first 2000 Godzilla 2000 movie. And obviously, the spines are also pretty different. This guy does not have tail articulation. And, well, has a better painted mouth, at least. I can't really say which one I like better because both have good aspects of them that make one better than the other. Just like me when I pick which either Fullmetal Alchemist anime is better. You just can't. I just can't. So yeah. Articulation will be, well, just average. It's 7. It's just average. Not the greatest thing in the world. Not too impressive. But it's good, so. So it would be a 23 out of 30. And out of these two, I'd say Megauirus is arguably. But I will say this. Out of the two Kaiju shown, out of the two figures in the blister pack, I'd say this one is definitely the better of the two. Definitely showing, definitely is the better in comparison, better sculpt, well actually, yeah, better sculpt, better articulation, at least, and a better paint job. But I will admit that I don't know if this is really considered to be paint. Well, this part right here, I mean. And I know this is paint, which is pretty good. But, I don't know if this is paint. If that's the case, then increase that bit to, 25. But yeah, arguably this one is slightly better. But this is still a good Godzilla to have in your collection, especially for that nice feature, the translucent spikes alone. So, reason why I added points to make Godzilla, you know, because this is definitely worthy if you manage to find one. But arguably this guy is way cheaper than this girl, honestly. But yeah, this has been the review on the blister pack and a re-review of Megauirus, and slight comparison to this Goji. Now to piss off the Godzilla fanbase, my 2000s Goji is best girl. And, well, if you drop a like, subscribe, you know, if you didn't, well, whatever. Bye.